the topic real quick and so we
How you doing today?
can. Are we on?
We on.
What's going on?
Well, it's a nice stormy night here.
It is.
On top of the fireworks that's going on for those festivities.
But today is, you know what's so funny? And again, I'm gonna just go there, dude. Going through the storm full of fireworks.
That's exactly what I had to through the storm. You kept bringing the fireworks in there.
Because think about it, when you go through a storm, what's the one thing? Wow, this is so okay. We didn't know. We gonna go tell y'all we didn't know because y'all think y'all
I don't think we
believe
will believe us because we be right on point with each other.
But think about it. When you're going through a storm, y'all know I like to give y'all an example of make it applicable to my life. So with this, um, I don't know what's going on far as work is concerned, but anything they ask me to do, I pretty much take it on and try to do it. So now I'm being tasked with a whole new thing. So let's make the storm. You know how when you first get a job and you go on the job for the first time and you have the basis for them to hire you for
Mm-hmm.
what they're hiring you for. But then you got to get in and learn the applications and things, software, all that kind of stuff to show your due diligence. Well, in this particular case, I got the knowledge, but I started second guessing myself going through the storm. So the fireworks are the tasks that they're asking me. They're brand new tasks, but we tend to blow things up in our head to try to sit in that spot. What we're thinking is what you want to call it, a transition, whatever you want to call it. But it's like we sit in that spot and we'll say anything to make us comfortable as we go through something uncomfortable, which is the fireworks. It's the uncomfortable portions of this whole thing that makes you, like, wow, can I do this?
Mm-hmm.
So right now I start on this coming Monday, and one of my coworkers had to pull me to the side and say, you know what? Quit second guessing yourself. Just out of the blue, she hadn't heard me talking, and I'm taking notes, having meetings, getting myself. They're getting me acclimated and prepared for Monday. I had to get some software added to my computer through IT, so I had to call them. And it's been like, okay, we gotta get this done. We're gonna get it done by Monday, and then another task is gonna be added on once I get that. So she said, "You know this." She was like, "You're just second guessing yourself. You got this. Why are you?" She was like, "What's the problem?" And it was really because the change of people
Mm-hmm.
that I'll be dealing with. Now I won't be just dealing with accounts that have customers attached to them. I'll be working everywhere from the CFO down, getting work done for them. And then someone had to tell me, "You're making a name for yourself." And I was just like, wow, I didn't think about it like that. Like, that just blew me and gave me a whole new perspective on the job. And I was told, you know what, go in there and I need for you to master it because somebody's watching.
If someone's watching you, but you also are new at it, so you do get that novice too. You get that flexibility to learn and
Ex-
to make making mistakes. Now, 12 weeks from now, you should be making those same simple mistakes. But I know you won't because you're a meticulous person. You make sure things are in order and you hit pride with your work. But one
Interesting.
thing about fireworks is fireworks come mostly like in a ball and a cannon like situation. If you forget the label, you don't know what's inside. And the only way that they are celebrated is put fire to them.
Okay.
So sew yourself and shine.
So how I'm gonna put that would be my way of putting fire to it. See how we working this out in front of y'all because this is therapeutic for me because again,
Yeah, the fire is just the extra stress, that new position.
so the
But now
fireworks.
you need to be the fireworks. You're going to show that you have this
Hey, that's a good way to
good
put
quality
that.
inside that you're going to express and show them.
And that would be my
You're going to give them
explosion.
that. You're going to give them that show.
I'm gonna give them their little independent show. That's funny. I mean, because again, each day, my cubemate and I we discuss different things that's gonna. She feeds me and I feed her, and she always wondered like, why did I have to come here? I'm like, you had to be here for such a time as this. Nobody can outside of Auntie. Nobody can really relate to me. And then I gotta add Natasha. She was the main one that told me quit second guessing myself. She was the one when I first started working there. Nobody knew that I was like choosing to sleep out of my car, changing clothes at work early, and acting like I came from way down south, stuff like that when I first started. And she came, she's like, I don't know what you're going through. She was like, and then she played it out. She's like, you don't fool me. She was like, but nah, for real, I don't know what you're going through. She's like, but whatever it is, I like the fact that you don't wear it on your sleeve. You come in here and do what you got to do. She was like, you make everybody else smile, but I know it's something. And it was just like, wow. And then she just did it again the other day. She was like, quit second guessing. She's the only one that really stepped to me and gave me that level of comfort.
It was the only one that was able to observe you and see that.
Yeah, and it was just like, wow, like, how did you know this? She
My
was like,
phone been trying to call you all week long. I don't know what it's been telling me to tell you.
oh wow.
Because when you said I'm at work, I'm like, at work.
Yeah, it's hard to answer the phone when I'm at work, especially if he's standing around. But
No, I'm not. I don't even try to text you like that. If I have a text, I'll put the whole complete thought, not hold on the conversation to get to the thought when I know you're at work.
yeah, texting, I can easily text back. It's one of them things where he doesn't want to see the phone up to our ear unless we step outside and you on there a lot of this stuff. Here's my thing, y'all, and again, I'm giving it as it's being fed spiritually to me, because again, the testament is going to be when we come back in the episode. I'm gonna just say by next episode. I mean, it may have no. Let me just say next episode. I'm gonna quit giving room for errors. Next episode, y'all gonna be hearing that I'm gonna be in a whole nother position. Kind of. I just feel like the fireworks that's coming towards me is propelling me. It's like a slingshot. You know how you take that little pad of the slingshot and put whatever you want to sling in that. I'm in that pad, and I'm steadily being pulled back. And the more adversities, no, the more oppositions, because we welcome the adversities, because some of them are used to get us where we need to be. So if we pull back for all of the oppositions, every time something comes against me at work or some acts a little crazy, the further back is being pulled. So when the let go, how far I'll be propelled ahead. I'm ready for it.
The same way with the wick on the fireworks.
Exactly.
When you put the fire there, it may take a little longer for some of them to go. Some people are like those ones you throw down and they just pop.
Oh yeah, they want to. That's the microwave people. That's
you
the
can
microwave.
put those on fire too, but you're gonna breach your arm right
That's the
back.
microwave people. Okay, you're done. That's as far as you want to go. We would call that complacency.
Yes.
Ah. Then you got the
Complaining.
firecrackers with the short wigs that when you light them, they'll stand the test of time for a minute, then boom. And you got the one with them long wigs that makes the big explosions to make sure you get up or shoot up in the sky to make sure you get away so that they can go up.
And then you got the Roman candles where you're being held.
Yeah,
And we tell you that Because we know what's gonna happen, so we gotta make sure we aim you to where we want you to go.
That's crazy. Just that quick, dude.
Hmm.
Just that quick.
So I know you're one of those long wicks we've hit on electronics and make sure that you explode at
Okay,
the right
well
time.
hear what you just said. How long does a person wait to explode or for their wick to hit the explosives? Or I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to ask two questions in one. How do you stop yourself from exploding before
Premature.
time?
Mm-hmm.
What would we call that? Where the wick went out and have to be relighted?
Those are dangerous ones.
Okay, then how do we? That's my point. How do we know our wick has ran its course in its time to explode? How would you put that in words?
How would I put that in words?
Yeah. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
You like to put me on the
I
spot.
mean,
I'm gonna think on my feet. I want to say
you dig out of it a lot of times. I mean, I got faith in you.
Well, first of all, you should know what you have inside. So you got to know the extent of your powers.
Mm-hmm.
And when the fire comes to where your power is needed to work,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you have to explode. And you also have, and it's funny you say that because you also have fireworks that have multiple layers of explosions. You have one where they do the whistle and go up,
Mm-hmm. And
and
boom.
then 5 second delay, then they give you a boom too.
So that would be like preparing you for the transition for you to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is weird how we been put that.
Yeah, we
I
got
don't
this
take
all
that
together.
back to work with me on Monday because tomorrow, even though I have to work on Saturday, it's one of those things where I gotta wrap up. Tomorrow is all I got to wrap up everything so that I can start fresh on Monday with the new
Mhm.
stuff. But it's like, ooh, excuse me, y'all. It's like the nervousness of. I mean, just again, I gotta go back to when you first start a new job. All of the anxieties that come with it, I feel like that's what's happening now. I'm going through a lot of the anxieties that I was literally told this weekend, get it out of your system, because on Monday morning, you're starting fresh, but it's nothing new to you. They're right. I'm doing the same thing. What changes is instead of it sitting in a queue where I can go to it and say I work this. I have to prioritize everything now based upon what is being sent to me.
So it sounds like your territory's getting enlarged.
Pretty much, yes.
So now we're not going to Roman candle you. We're going to allow you to explode as necessary.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much.
I know you very well, and I know you succeed.
Everybody got faith in me. Hey,
I
I need to catch up to what everybody. Not that I feel like I'm gonna fail. Like seriously, I don't feel like I will fail. I don't know what it is.
I think it's you being you, wanting to make sure that you, because you heard that you're being watched, like the bystanders on the side watching this fireworks show. You feel like you want to make sure you give them the show that they deserve.
Pretty much. That's wow. How interesting you put that together like that. That's very interesting.
I don't know where we got all this.
I don't
We're gonna tell y'all this.
That's
in our lives. We do have storms. Allow the storms to mold you,
shape
reform you, but don't let it wash you away.
Yeah, don't let the storm overtake you.
Make
Use
sure
your
you're
tools necessary.
planted.
Exactly. Use the tools necessary to put that storm out, or at least ride the wave with it.
And
some
when it's
storms
time,
last for a minute, some are over quick. But when it's time,
and then on time of it, be that fireworks and show us what you made of.
I like that. I like that. That is freaking awesome.
I say that we're done for 'em. I think we gave them what they asked.
Yeah, I mean that's like point blank.